Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. Three cats ruling this crazy little town. Squeaky's meowing like a midnight star. Charlie's chasing dreams, she's the avatar. Doobie's got the zoomies, chaos on the floor. Three cats, one house, and I'm begging for more.
I'm just wondering what your hourly rates on the corner are, you Tide Pod eating Democrat that thinks that you deserve a gold star for doing a poopy and a potty today. I'm pretty sure that most your Johns are running around with a burnt face because you told them to go bleach their butthole with Clorox. Because seriously, if you think somebody's got an STD on their face, that tells a lot about you, you nasty piece of crap. Really? Really? Get educated. Become a doctor if you want to diagnose people. And keep your head out of sniffing the pixie sticks. Do you know what a pixie stick is? And I also said you Johns because I'm pretty sure you ain't got any friends. And if you do, you gotta pay him to be your friend. How about you come look me right straight in the eye, mole? Right straight in my face. Come here and look me in the face and say it to me. Because I guarantee that what you're getting on this video is 10 times better than what you'd get face to face. Because I have to be polite on this forum. Apparently you don't. Somebody didn't raise you right. Your mother probably taught you how to make money on a corner. And your dad went out for a pack of cigarettes and didn't come back. You freaking keyboard warrior. You gotta hide behind a screen and a keyboard just to make you feel like the bigger person? You're such a good person, aren't ya? Yeah. Go get a rat to gnaw that mole off your face, Tressa. Right? Really? Ah! Heard it before. Heard it before, and I can come up with a lot more than I already have. This never really bothered me. Didn't even occur to me that it was a big deal. A doctor said to me one time, this is the last time I saw the dude, he didn't even get to really finish any of his other sentences. I said, "Are we done here?" And I got up and I walked away because he said, "I can make you pretty and remove that underneath your eye." Okay. To become society's expectation of pretty, as in Hollywood, that would take a whole lot of surgery, a whole lot of liposuction, a whole lot of lifting this, that, and another thing. A whole lot of, I would absolutely not be myself afterwards. So, whatever, I would rather be all natural and looking like a rock troll than to look like absolutely everybody else does. And to look like absolutely everybody in Hollywood does. They all got the same face. Excuse them. I mean, seriously, they all got the same face. So, I'd rather be odd, weird, unnormal, but natural. You know you're not looking into somebody's mask when you're looking into my face. I'm not fake. And I'm not going to really keep sitting here putting people down for their choices. because they didn't feel good enough about themselves to, and they needed to alter stuff like that. I guess what I did with my stomach surgery was a bit of an alteration, but that's because I couldn't stop myself from eating. And it was a tool I used to become healthier. And yeah, on camera, I do look fat. Most of it's like a Shar-Pei puppy. Just skin, most of it. And yeah, I'm still, whatever. Whatever. I know for a fact the people that matter have already told me I'm pretty. So, the ones that don't matter and are going to judge me like that, you don't matter. Really. So, and even if I wasn't, even if they didn't think I was physically pretty, I've got a good heart. I really do. I'm a good person. I am now. In my past, I wasn't so great to a lot of people. And now, if you're not great to me, I'm going to be back. I'm going to give you back what you've given me. And if you're going to start insulting me, and we've been friends for many, 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 many years, I'll walk away from you and not say boo and not say anything. You just blocked out of my life. You're done. You get one chance now. I'm not giving people chances. That's that. I have my boundaries, and I'm sticking to them. And if you're going to talk to me, even if we've known each other for years, I just did that to somebody. We knew each other for years, and they decided to look down their nose at me. I was like, nope, you're blocked. You're blocked from my social media. I'm not talking to you again. And I'm not going to unblock them. And if they seek me out, I'm not speaking to them. They don't matter anymore. I can cut you off just like that. And I will. So if I can do that to somebody I've known for many years and called him a very good friend of mine, think about what you insignificant strangers are. You're nothing. So there's 7.5 minutes of wasting my time on on an idiot. Sorry, I decided to have dinner. But hi. I wanted to finish that statement by saying there's 7.5 minutes of my life I'd like back. Wasted my life, wasted my time, wasted my breath. But it needed to get out there. It needed to get out there. Hi, Squeaky. I'll probably vlog more tomorrow morning when I'm feeling a little bit more peppy and Aunt T-like. But right now, I really just needed to get that off my chest. Yes, by the way, I am wearing clothing. It got up to 83 degrees inside my house today. And I've said many times, I'm menopausal, so hot flash on top of that. I'm wearing my niece gave me a bunch of her nightgowns because she's using that shot to lose weight. And she did. She's got like a flat tummy now. She did good. She hit her goal, and I'm very proud of her. And I happen to be a little bit bigger than her. So I get pretty close, which happen to be sometimes some 90s. She also gave me all her Stitch t-shirts that were too big for her, and I thought to myself, I could be wearing them. They're cute. Gosh darn it. Where is that? It was right here. Said I'd vlog a little bit more, but I was looking back at what I had said already, and I started the started the sentence about the Stitch t-shirts. I could be wearing them. She gave them to me. I did give one to her because it was a bit small for me. It was the one Pam gave me, and sorry, Pam. I know I love you. It was a good thought, but it fits her better than it fits me. So anyway, I got like 4 Stitch t-shirts from her. Stitch, as in Disney's, Stitch, the little blue guy. She loves that. Loves him. So what I'm thinking about doing, since I've already got a bunch of t-shirts and clothes and all that stuff, making her a quilt out of them. Even a lap quilt out of them. So I wanted to finish that statement too, because I was like, well, I could be wearing them, and then I got all distracted about finding my Abriva, which I did. So I'll vlog a little more tomorrow. I had to find my Abriva. These things are tiny. Let's see. They're tiny, but you only need a little bit when you use it. Let's see. It doesn't even say what the medication in it is. So I'm just going to call it Abriva because that's what we all know it as. I mean, unless you're not from the United States, and you might have a product there, wherever you're from, that's like it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You taking a break from the baby? Squeaky. Mama love you. You're a handsome boy. You good boy. You your mama love you. I was watching Pam's video today, and she was talking about how her Zyrtec makes her spacey. My Zyrtec makes me tired. Like, she said that it makes her tired for like the first week of using it, and then she just gets spacey. I don't know about spacey, but it makes me want to pass out. And then the Flonase on top of it, again, I'm not sure. I know Citrazine is Zyrtec, but I don't know what Flonase and Abriva, what medication, but I don't know if it's the generic or the doctor name or whatever for it, but I don't know what the other name for them are. So anyway, if I take that Flonase on top of it, I'm sleeping for a couple of days. I might as well have took Benadryl. Benadryl will knock me out for 3 days, and it has. For one thing, where are you? I hear you back here. I got stung by a couple of bees one time, and I found out I'm allergic to bees. I got woozy. It was 2 bees at one time, so it was 2 stings at one time. And I can't remember what kind of bee. I think they're paper wasps. But I got stung by them. I got woozy, and I fell on the ground. I didn't quite pass out because I remember falling onto the ground. I couldn't get back up. It was as if I took some very good drugs and I was sober. So pretty much I'm allergic to bees. I took a Benadryl because I'd heard taking Benadryl will help counteract the allergic reaction. Since then, I think I Googled it and I saw that it doesn't. It's just an antihistamine. Anyway, I took the Benadryl and that thing knocked me out 3 days. 3 freaking days. I got up to go to the bathroom, feed the cats, and eat, I think. But it knocked me out. So a Benadryl or a citrazine and Flonase do the same thing. I need to find something that's not going to knock me out. Because I would rather be... as I am now, I like being active. I like getting out. I like even just mowing my lawn during the day or taking a walk. I like being active. I can't do that with an antihistamine, and I am allergic to everything in the air. Everything. I'm surprised I'm not allergic to Doobie yet, but because she's a new cat with different dander. I was having a horrid reaction at the zoo, but I'd forgotten to take my meds. Thought I saw a mosquito on me. It was a varicose vein. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. I have a varicose vein in my leg. I'm also 50 years. I have varicose veins on my face too. See them? Maybe not that side so much. See them? I got varicose veins. You know why? Because when your face gets as big as mine was, your blood vessels start to burst. So I got varicose veins on my face. I think I'm... Whew. I think I'm going to stop here and vlog tomorrow because it's 11 p.m. Probably close to nap time again. Wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go for the day again. Yeah. My brain's done thinking. I had to get out what I got out, the insults that I got out, because I just couldn't let it go. Because I guess for the simple, not the fact that I was attacked. People do that to people, and I'm on the public forum. I'm out here in front of everybody for scrutiny. People are going to scrutinize and pick my life apart. That's what y'all do. Got nothing better to do. But for the simple fact that what they were presenting as a cure could put somebody in the hospital or a grave, and that's dangerous. So don't go around diagnosing people and giving them a list of medications they could take to get rid of something that displeases you, or you could put their lives in danger. And it doesn't matter if you like them or not. You could still be putting a human being's life in danger. Had I been as simple-minded as the person that gave me the advice, I might be in the hospital right now. Choose your words wisely, honestly. Even if you're not going to choose your words wisely with me, choose your words wisely with other people. Good morning. Hey, was it 6:26 a.m. Oh my gosh. I slept in again. Actually, I did not. It's just I didn't feel like picking up the phone because I was dealing with all three of my, I guess, hobbits. Doobie is really into this every 3 hours stuff, man. She starts screaming at me. She come into my face. Beep, 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 beep. In my face. I'm like, geez, you're an awfully demanding little turd. Well, here comes Charlie. She's gonna come be on me because I think Doobie hasn't noticed that I'm that I'm free, which I'm not because I was crocheting. But mosquito, is it me or are these mosquitoes hurting bad this year? Oh, I just remembered. Oh, it's looking better now. Had that thing for 3 days. And it could have gone where the zit is right here. It could have gone really big. But I doubled up on the lysine, my favorite pill. I wonder if my, I call it the OCD, but it's not. It's over OTC. Ha! Gotcha. How about foe? Isn't he a mama? My over-the-counter meds will give. Wonder if the lysine in them, the pills are like a little better. Because these are just horrible. I'd save them for later, is what I would do. It's so bad that I have to take them off camera because some people don't like the reaction I have of them. But anyway, I doubled them up and I've been using the Abreva 3 days and it's almost gone. I mean, it's open and at that stage of, oh, well, I'm leaving now. Hi. Hello. Hello, Buffalo. What are you doing in my yarn? What are you doing in my yarn? What are you doing? So, Buffalo. So, there's that. So, if you do get cold sores, I found, what was I going to do with that? It's the side to a blouse or something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you can hear her purring. She's very grateful to be up on my up here with me, all by herself. Here comes Squeaky. They're all like, we're escaping this baby, and I don't know why you brought it in here. Squeaky, get your nose out of her bottom end. He does that to nudge her out of the way. Hello, La Puff. Come on, it's going to be hot today, and I'm not going to want you guys on me later. It's going to be... Now, here I go. I remember I said yesterday if I said it was going to be 30, it was going to be 30 Fahrenheit, which is cold. It's going to be 31 Celsius in the 80s today. So, I guess I was wrong on that one, talking out of the side of my face or whatever. Come here. Come on, quit licking me. Licking my arm for attention. Come here. Ace. Persnickety little fots. So yeah, if I accidentally say, oh, it's going to be 31 and it's summertime, I am talking Celsius. Because it does get that hot here sometimes. Which is weird because Michigan goes into a deep freeze in the wintertime. I am so over this state. But I have my niece and my grandnephew and my daughter here. But I am so over Michigan so much. I mean, ready to go somewhere. Of course, it's going to be hot, hot, hot. If it's hot here, it's going to be hot, hot, hot other places. Oh, no, that reminds me of a song. Can't sing it. It's going to be really hot here. But I think if I was able to go somewhere warm, I would be able to handle a hurricane. Because basically, I think it's a blizzard with rain instead of snow. And honestly, yeah. I mean, I saw what happened to the trees here from the ice breaking them. Because it was so dang heavy, it just cracked them. It wasn't any big old winds doing it or anything like that. But I think if I could survive a blizzard, I could survive a hurricane. Oh, it's my girl. It's my girl. I'm sorry I made you mad. Yes, I'm sorry I made you mad. But one of these days you're going to appreciate I know. One of these days you're going to appreciate having her here. Because one of these days you're going to need a cuddle mate. I know. Life is so hard being a cat. Oh. I mean, I guess I could go live in Arizona, but I guess that's Michigan every day. Like, it's really freezing cold at night and really hot during the day. One of my grandaunts. Dad can't tell me she's still alive. I think they said one of my grandaunts is still alive. They're over 100 years old. So, guess what? That's in my genetics, everybody. So, I still got 50 more years plus. But she went and lived in Arizona. And maybe that's why she's alive still. Enjoying that sun. But she used to or lives there. I don't know if she's still alive or not, but they say she is. Hi. Hi. You buffo. You buffo girl. I gotta wash my hair. It's looking awfully healthy, which means I gotta wash it. If it's going to rain and my hair is flat like this, it means I need to wash it. I do that on purpose though, because I tend to have issues with my scalp if I wash it every day. I have issues with my skin if I wash it in the shower every day. Now, I will do a PTA and get rid of that stank in my cracks and crevices every day because yuck. But my overall skin health, if I wash it every day, if I take the film, I guess it is a film, if I take the natural oils off of my skin every day, I'm alligator skin, hard as rock, crusty, just no thank you. So it's not a issue of I don't want to, and it's not an issue of ew, you stinky person. It's a skin health issue, and it's a hair health issue. Well, actually, skin, because of the top of my head is skin. I mean, it's covered in hair, lots of hair, but it's still a skin health issue. And I know lots of clean people, including my own niece, who doesn't clean their hair every single day, who doesn't clean their body every single day, and does the PTA. PTA, pits, I'm going to say PBA, pits, boobs, and arse. So, yeah, I get those clean. I get them with the appropriate, smell goods in it. Because I don't like the smell of my own body sometimes. And I will make sure that that's not there. I did have it used to be that I went to rotten stage in the back of the fridge. Um, Bad self-esteem. Really bad self-esteem. And now, if it gets to the point where I feel like I can smell myself, even if I can't, it's just like, oh, I feel slimy. I will at least grab a washcloth and clean those areas. Especially even if I'm just at home. And when I'm leaving, and I gotta invest in some of that because it's just worth it. I use some of that Lume, Lume deodorant, and it comes in a cream form, and you can put it in your crevices, your cracks and crevices. Now, I wouldn't put it actually inside of my girl part because you've got to be very careful with her or you're going to get sick. I mean, water getting up in there in the wrong way and make you sick. So I don't put it in. I put it around because where your legs connect is one of the best place to collect bacteria. um, Science facts with Aunt T again. Uh, uh, like I said, it's just a thing. If I say something that helps me, it might help somebody else. And it might even be like, oh, I do that too, even though it's just one other person. Maybe it's okay. Or maybe I can learn to deal with that because whatever. No big deal. No big deal. And if you think I'm dirty for that, keep your comments to yourself and go clean yourself accordingly. Do your own habits. I have mine, you have yours. Judge me quietly. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. Because in the beginning of the video, you'll get that. You'll totally get something like that. My baby girl. I always try to get a picture of her doing this. I call this the Charlie melt. She will get up on my belly, right about, on my belly, right about next to where she is. And then she'll like roll over into my arm. So like that's the Charlie melt. And she did it. And she did it. She's so buffo. Thought I heard a mosquito in my ear. Sorry. Oh, Twinkle baby on mama lap. That baby's down there somewhere exploring. Hi, buffo. So, try to get him second to myself because a new baby. And they're a new mobile baby. Blah, blah, Babel. Babel, the cheese. Um, she follows me around absolutely everywhere. And I will make sure she's not getting in their business and they're not getting in hers and ripping each other apart. Like I said, Squeaky already bopped her on the top of the head. He didn't use claws. He just smacked her. Get out of here. I don't want you in my space. Charlie is now avoiding her. Wherever she is, she just gets up and walks away. She's also hiding to eat. She'll hide under the table or behind my bike, or she'll hide under the cat tower over here, or she'll hide under the cat food cabinet. She's having her food like she usually does, but she's hiding. So She's a little more accepting, but she's like, I don't like this. I don't like that. So I give them their loves. I'm making a shirt, I hope. And I say I hope because, yeah, sometimes that don't happen. Oh, Lily Puff, no mama love you all the time. It's my buffa girl. It's my buffa girl. It's mama love you. So pretty. So pretty. My brain did it again. I got distracted by beauty. That's it. I just got distracted by beauty. I got 3 pretty things in my house at least. And I'm joking. I know. I know. I just did a whole spiel about. But I still have a habit of occasionally making a joke about my looks. Just because it's an old habit and it comes into my head and I say it thinking it's funny to me. And then other people are like, how dare you talk to yourself like that? How dare you, Auntie? So I still occasionally do it. Oops, I'm only human. Oops, I did it again. Oh my gosh, they're probably going to copyright me for that. Sheesh. Really? I thought you were allowed to sing like 10 seconds of a song. That ain't even 10 seconds, that was 2 seconds. I also realize I say ain't. You know why I say ain't? Because it annoys the heck out of people. I know it's supposed to be isn't. I think she's ripping my house apart. Yeah, ain't annoys the heck out of people. Because when I was a kid, it wasn't even in the dictionary. So the saying was, ain't a word and it ain't in the dictionary. And I'd be like, really? I ain't going by your rules. So I say ain't. That sounds like taint. That's a different subject, Tristan. We're not getting into that either. I know I'm going to have to find a hair tie. Right now it's kind of chilly, but I'm going to have to find a hair tie, get all that hair off my neck, because that's one thing that makes me hot, is my hair. And this is the time of year that I really, really wish that it was acceptable to me to shave my head. Just buzz it off. I have done it before, and I looked like didn't look good on me. Of course, I don't know what does, but it did not look good on me. Even my mom commented on it at the time, and she had her mind. I mean, she's got most of her mind, but she's forgetting a lot now. But when she didn't forget, even she was like, Tressa, don't ever do that again. Like black hair dye, don't ever do that again. That looks bad on you. Don't do it. And then one time, outspoken Aries. Hello. Um, I did a picture of me, but I'd used like several filters, and I was a big person at the time. So I used a filter where it looked like I was really old and haggard. Get it. Get it, little girl. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I just dragged down. Oh, bleh. And I even made that face. Bleh. And then I made myself bald with another filter. And my mom said, "You take that off of there. That's not what you look like. That's not how you should represent yourself. You take that down." So there's been 3 times in my life that she's publicly just, "Tressa, you stop that." I love you, Mom. But yeah, she'll dig in my business if she don't like what I'm doing. And representing myself like that is not okay to Mom's standard. I thought it was funny. I did it to everybody, including little kids. But again, Mom, she'll chew me right on out. "Don't you do that to my girl." Okay, Mom, I love you. Well, she swears up and down and up and down and up and down that I look like her. I swear up and down, up and down, and up and down that I look like my dad. However, I see both of them. When I smile, that's my mom's smile. This half of my face looks like my dad's face. This half of my face looks like my mom's. And it's cool and it's weird because this eye is a little lower than that eye, and this eye protrudes out a little further. It's like split down the middle, Mom and Dad. I've lived with this face for 51 years. I know things. I know things. I finally pushed the add friend after 4 days on Facebook for Autumn. Her youngling wants to learn crochet, and I feel a little self-conscious doing that over the internet because there are way better tutorials than I can give on the internet. And plus, I don't have the camera set up to do that, because if I were to show with my right hand how to right hand crochet, I'd have to do it all in reverse, and my camera won't do that. It's just a phone. Y'all know that. So if I were to personally pass on the tradition, my mom inspired me to learn. Low squeaky, I don't want you to lay on it. That's what I'm working on. So it is easier to teach somebody to do it in person for me than it is to do it over the internet. Now, if they wanted to learn one of the best ones that I've known, or that I've used over there's 3, but the 2, you have to know UK terminology because they're from, I don't know, is it called England or Britain? The Brits, English. I guess they call it English terminology, so it's England. They have different terms, because a double crochet, which is what you're doing with granny squares, which is the taller stitch, not the shorter stitch, is called a triple crochet. And the short stitch, which we call a single crochet, is called a double crochet. So you have to keep that in your mind when you're learning from these people. And the 2 that I learned it from will tell you that. They'll say, now, I'm going for a triple crochet in the US terms, that's a double crochet. So keep that in mind too. So I'm going to list off 3 that I personally use for simple beginner teachings. And the only reason I use just these 3 is because they very clear, very precise, step by step. If you are an intermediate or an advanced crocheter, you're going to want to skip over a whole lot of stuff these people say. But they still have really cool patterns. A beginner. So I'm going to list them off, and if I get in trouble for listing them off, I don't know. Nastasia. I don't know how to actually say it, but she'll say, "Hello, I'm Donna Wolf." She is the American one, and she step by step by step and will slowly show you the stitch and how to use your hook. Bella Coco, she's English, and Hooked by Robin. Another one where I learned how to do the skulls was Fiber Spider. He does a granny square with the skulls, and he does it's called the Lost Souls. He does a lot with the structure of the granny square. He says he loves it. I love it too. It makes it really simple to be able to do those patterns. And he's in English terms as well. So Hooked by Robin and Bella Coco are in English terms. Fiber Spider and Nastasia are in American terms. So I would start out with Nastasia, because Fiber Spider goes into, and he will tell you step by step how to do the difficult stitches. But you need to learn basics. You need to learn how to chain first to be able to do the straight lines. And you need to learn how to do a magic circle. Youngling, if you want to do amigurumi, you need to learn the magic circle. The reason you need to learn a magic circle is when you do amigurumi, you don't want big gaps. You don't want big holes in it. You will get it if you start with a chain. A lot of these people have ways to get around that, like Fiber Spider. You don't start with a chain sometimes when you do a granny square. You just go straight on down into the last loop. So it's another technique. This is a very long learning process, but you're young and you got the time to do it. So you need to start with the basics. Start with learning the chain, which means just pulling the yarn through itself and making this part. Again, I can show you in person, but I don't have the camera set up to turn it around to make it look like you were to do it like that. They do, and they will show you very well. And again, I don't know if I'm allowed to call out other channels, but I ain't getting paid, and that's that. There you go. There's some good sources to start with. Another thing that I would suggest, I am using a very small hook, and very, very small yarn, very small, it's string, basically. Because I'm an advanced crocheter. I would, and you can do, I'm going to tell you this too. You can take a doily, one without a lot of gaps, because they have those too. You can take a doily pattern, and you can do it in a thick yarn and in a big hook. And you can end up with maybe even a blanket from that, or a shawl from that. Or you can take a bigger pattern like that and convert it with these. It depends on the size of the yarn and the hook. Now the hook is one of your keys. If you want a big loose, like this hook is making tight because I'm making it for like a shirt. But I could take a bigger hook with the same yarn and make it look more lacy and more fluffy or whatever, flowy, with more flow. There's just so many things you can do. There's so many things, but you can alter the patterns. But I would wait to do that until you know the basics. So start the basics with a big hook. I would say, because this one, I don't even know if this has a letter, but this is a 2.5. I would say smallest hook on the big scale that you might want to use is a 4, maybe a 5. And I can't find a regular 5, so I'm going to show you my Tunisian hook. They call it Tunisian. The older people, my mom, call it the blanket stitch. It's a different type of weaving. This, here I'm going to set you down. This is a 5.0. See, it's backwards. You're not even going to learn from me if I tried to. That's a 5.0. Will it focus? And this is the 2.0. This is for more of a lace. Now, if I were to be using one strand of that rather than mixing two, that would be a little more flowy because this is too big. Technically, too big for the smaller strings. This is one thing that I tell knitters and crocheters, especially ones that have been into fashion with their hair. Okay? The bigger the barrel, the bigger and fluffier the curl. So if you curl your hair, you're going to use a bigger, like one of those big ones to make the big flowy curls. Or you're going to use the smaller ones to make the tiny kinky ones. Not kinky like gross. The bigger the barrel, the bigger the curl. The bigger the hook, the bigger the hole. That sounds gross too. So anyway, those 4 people I would go to, and I still, if I'm bored and I'm like, okay guys, show me something to do, then I just go on that pattern and flow for the rest of the day watching other videos. Good morning, Tressa. I need to go take my breakfast to Champions, i.e. my pills. Another basic thing that you absolutely have to learn if you're going to do a chain, you have to learn a slip knot. You have to learn it. After you learn it, easy breezy, lemon squeezy, whatever, you know. But you have to learn the slip knot. And that knot is great for other things in life besides crochet. But that is the basic beginner thing you need to learn in the magic circle. But I would learn the slip knot and how to do straight lines first and then get into the magic circle. This is a whole world of learning. It's a whole world of learning, and you're capable of doing this. You can do this. It's frustrating when you're learning something new. I promise you it's frustrating when you're learning something new. But if you want those dolls that you want to make, and you, young person, have the mind up here to make those dolls into anything you want to. Because when you start a doll, it's a head and a body. If you use different colors, different decorations, whatever on it, you can make monsters or mermaids. or whatever else in between. You could create your own. Why is my forehead look Neanderthal today? Like it looks puffy today. Well, I need to do. Man, I need to groom. That's my problem. I haven't dealt with my eyebrows yet lately, but it still looks like a hello, Puff. There's the baby. But those places will show you how to do those things. And some of them will show you how to do those things as they're doing a pattern. So they'll say, we're starting with a slip knot. And how you do a slip knot is. And then they'll say chain, which basically is just yanking the yarn through each different hole. That's why there's a hook. Also, I recommend if you're learning textiles and learning how to play with yarn like this with the hook, I also recommend maybe learning how to knit at the same time if you ever want to learn how to knit. Because I am having a huge problem with knitting needles because they don't have a hook at the end. And there's 2 of them. And I can't, the muscle memory in my hand remembers how to do the crocheting because I've been doing it for so many years. It does not want to do with knitting needles. So it may be something that you might want to look into as well. Because you might want to make yourself a cardigan out of knit. Because knit, to me, looks a little bit less full of holes. It looks more tight and more warm than crochet. Not saying crochet can't be. There we go. There's like a 45-minute lesson on crochet, guys. But I'm doing that for somebody that this person is a very, very private young person. And I was told that they had an interest in learning that. And I also looked at them and said, I know how to do that if you don't want to get together, and we can. Again, I have a rough time. I can't do it over the internet. I can't do it over the internet. Because I would have to sit side by side with you to show you how. And if you're left-handed, because I don't know if you are or not, I can't teach you. I could teach you maybe by being backwards, by facing you rather than sitting next to you. But I'm not left-handed. So if you're left-handed, I'll look up some people that do tutorials for left-handed. There are people out there, and there may be out of the 4 that I listed that show left-handed ones. You also need to learn how to read a pattern because it looks like a total different language. This is what a pattern looks like. Now right there, round 19, RND 19, that's round. That means they're going in a circle. If they say here row, that means they're going in a straight line or a square. So round 19 is you single crochet in the next 18 stitches. Half double crochet in the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. But it looks like, oh my gosh, what the heck is that language? So you need to learn how to read a pattern. I started out with granny squares and somebody showed me how to do it and I had no idea. For years and years and years, I was just doing granny squares because that's the only thing. I couldn't read those patterns. I was like, what? 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 But I did learn it. So you can learn it too. You've got the capacity. Your brain will do this. It's just unlocking the code, making sense out of it for yourself. You can do this. Again, my 45-minute tutorial after insulting somebody. And now I got the crochet bug. So I'm going to say, we'll see you later. Have a good day.